Yo, what's going on TikTok? Happy New Year. I know I've been gone for eons, Chad. It's been a lot. I've been doing a lot of traveling, going back and forth outside of Accra and Ghana. It's been a lot, but I will come back eventually. But I wanted to come out here to talk about a couple of things. It's been a very interesting year so far, Chad. Donald Trump is officially president of the United States of America. TikTok was banned in America for 2.5 business seconds, Chad. Matter of fact, I was actually in the U.S. for a few days last week. I was in Houston when this ban happened, but I was in Houston for a few days, just to pick up some things and take care of some business. Now I'm back to Accra. There's just been a whole lot of back and forth going on. But I do want to come talk about Donald Trump signing an executive order to get rid of birthright citizenship in America. And I see a lot of immigrants, especially Nigerians, up in arms. Actually, it's kind of divided. Some Nigerians, some African immigrants, or some Africans in general, are actually happy about that. And then some other Africans are not happy about that. For the Africans that are happy about that, the real reason why y'all happy about that is because y'all jealous. Yes, you're jealous, but that's a whole nother conversation, Chad. But some of the Africans who are not feeling this executive order to get rid of birthright citizenship in America, I do want to use this opportunity to remind y'all why this was even law to begin with. The reason why birthright citizenship was instated to begin with is because of Black Americans. A lot of y'all, especially my African people, y'all come to America and we don't like to dig deep about American history. We like to come here and use and, no, not come here, chat, because I'm in Ghana, but we like to go to America and use and not necessarily recognize the history of what has brought America to what it is at this point. And the reason why I keep saying this is because of how very much disrespected a lot of Black Americans are in America. I've talked about this so many times on so many different episodes. And I will keep saying that Black Americans are my favorite people in this world. Shout out to Black Americans. Shout out to Black Americans. If it was not for Black Americans, I don't think I would have survived for 17 years in America, child. It would have been 5 years, got my naturalization, pack my bags, and be gone. But let me remind y'all, once upon a time, there was something called slavery, where the colonial masters from Europe went to Africa, enslaved Africans, dragged them across the oceans, the Atlantic Ocean, brought them to the Americas, specifically the U.S., enslaved them, and they were less than humans. They worked their asses off with no compensation whatsoever because they were not considered humans. Then eventually, some revolutions happened to the point where, okay, I think it was like two or three black men could vote, but their vote could count as one white man's vote. And then all those things was happening, and it was just mind blowing to the fact that these people that you stripped of their dignity, their identity, their spirituality, their everything, they would have their kids in America, in the states, in the countries, that you in the country that you brought them to. Yet they were not considered citizens. They were not considered humans, and eventually someone and or some people fought it, and it was enacted as a law. I don't know when this law was enacted, but it was to give Black Americans citizenship, stating that anyone who was born on U.S. soil becomes automatic U.S. citizen, which gives you equal right as a white person. That is where that law came from. So to the Africans, specifically my Nigerians, who are feeling some type of way that Donald Trump is wanting to take away this citizenship, birthright citizenship, so that your kids can be born in America as U.S. citizens. And I know this is a big deal, Chad. Baby, yeah, I don't know, understand how very much of a big deal this is, but this is, I find out, this is deeper, very, very deeper life. Hey, find out. There are some people who literally come to America just for that sake alone, just to have their kids in America and go back to their country. And I can't fault them, okay? I'm just be real. I can't fault them. Having your child in America, birthing an American citizen is one of the biggest privileges in the world. Like American citizenship would take you far and beyond. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not American by birth. Before I was American, I was just Nigerian. I was just this little dusty kid walking around the streets of Aba, and ever since I became not even became American, like ever since I became associated with America and eventually became an American citizen, I have seen how much my life has transformed, and that's just me being keep it real, all the way real. I could, as a result of that, you would never catch me say anything ill about Uncle Sam, anything ill about America, because I definitely do recognize my privilege and I genuinely do appreciate it. But the issue with a lot of these people who come to America to have their kids, especially on visiting visas, is how they use the hospital systems, abuse it, and walk away, owing so much thousands of dollars, and they don't pay. Healthcare in America is expensive as shit, okay? And I could definitely tell you this because I used to work in healthcare myself, especially childbirth. I've never birthed a child before, Chad. So I don't know shit about, that whole process, but I do know that it's also very expensive. So imagine somebody who is an immigrant on a student visa or a visiting visa or tourist visa who come to America, use the hospital systems, have their child capitalize on that birthright citizenship and just walk away. Who the fuck is going to pay for that? The citizens, the taxpayers. So I think that's one of the things that a lot of Americans are pissed off about. But outside of that, I think it's a very smart thing to do, and I can't fault anybody. It's not just Nigerians doing this, by the way, Chad. Mexicans been doing this, Chinese been doing this, Chad. Even white folks from Europe have been doing this for a long time. And there are legal ways to attain this, by the way. Like it's a whole business where you can come to America and have your child in America as an American citizen. And Uncle Sam likes that. Believe it or not, Uncle Sam likes that because what you're doing is you're birthing more taxpayers. Think about it. A child, even if you're in Nigeria, a child that is born in America and you take back to Nigeria, even if that kid grows up in Nigeria, eventually is going to come back to America, even if it's just for college. Guess what? That money is going to American school systems. That child is going to have to eventually visit America. That money is going to American system. That child is going to have to do some type of business, some type of income, whatever the fuck it is in America. That tax money is going to Uncle Sam. So Uncle Sam does not mind you having your child in America because Uncle Sam is definitely benefiting from it. But the problem is the few knuckleheads who are abusing the system, and that's the issue. So I just wanted to come out here to talk about this, Chad, because I know I've been seeing this online, and like I said, I've just been in my own lane, do my own thing. There's been a lot going on, but I've been seeing a whole lot of things online since Donald Trump been president. People talk about, the whole executive order, birthright citizenship, and things like that. I just want to remind my Nigerian people, the reason why your children, even though you are not an American citizen, the reason why your children, when you born your children in America, they automatically become American citizens is because of black Americans. Yes. So when you see a black American, salute them. You know, don't be running your mouth and talking nonsense and rubbish. Before I'm mad, Nara. Uche, peace and love. And I'm coming back. I'm coming back. I'm just getting something straightened up, Chad. Got a lot going on. But I got ya. Uche, peace and love. Uche.